to do a very quick live stream. Let me get this thing. I don't think anyone will join, but I just want to be able to see. Here I am. Cool. So that's working. So let's go and catch some fish. So that's what's gonna. So hello. Tonight is a local Aquarium Society meeting, and I decided to send some fish, and this wasn't in the plans. So doing it in the last minute, so there's a bit of story to go with it, but I'll mention that. So instead of packing fish and entertaining just myself, I thought I'll do a video and talk about sending fish to auction. So that's what we're going to do, and if anyone joins, they can help me decide which fish to send. So let's move this to the side for the moment. So I'm going to catch some of these guys first, but before I do that, I am going to find some bags, and the way I'm going to do that is look for, and then I'm just gonna catching fish for the meeting. Lol. Paste. So anyways, so welcome again. So a friend of mine, Alex, has a few fish that I would like to have, and he was going to take them to tonight's meeting, and he asked if anyone can bring the fish to me from the meeting to me. Our meetings are on Tuesday nights, and I'm unfortunately often have things on Tuesday nights, so I can't go to as many meetings as I like. So Ryan, who lives close to me, previously generously offered to carry my fish to the auction, to be auctioned and stuff in the past. So I asked Ryan whether he can bring Alex's fish to me, and Ryan said sure, which is awesome. And then he said, do you want me to take any fish to the auction? And I kind of decided sure, if it's not too much to ask. So hence now I'm in the process of deciding which fish to send. If you're watching from CDS, if there's anything in mind, you can just let me know. But I was thinking about some Precox rainbows, some Vietnamese white clouds. Haven't decided which guppy strain I have to send. And and for those of you who might not be a member of an Aquarium Society, I'm just going to use this live stream to encourage you to join one. Even though we all live online these days, and Aquarium Societies are not as vibrant and big as they used to be. Some are, but some actually can always benefit from more members. So this is what I'm doing now, is one of the benefits of being member to an Aquarium Society. There are, depending on the Aquarium Society, there are usually monthly meetings, and people go to meetings, listen to talks, and there's often, in my one anyway, Canberra and District Aquarium Society, the best aquarium society there is. We do have auctions at the end, so members bring in fish, and like tonight's one, tonight is Christmas in July meeting for the Canberra District Aquarium Society, and we are actually, I'm not going, unfortunately. They're having the Christmas in July, so the club itself got some lots in fish and plants to go in the auction to sort of make the auction a little bit more, have more options for people for Christmas in July. So, so a couple of things I usually do when I'm bagging fish is I catch a bunch of fish that I want, and then I make sure that I pick the best ones, and then I bag those. So the rainbows are always tricky, and I'm going to use a mini bucket. Let's use this one. Use this bucket. Pracox rainbows going first. Apparently there's 4 people watching. Hello. So, and in the Aquarium Society auctions, you can put a reserve on your fish that you put in the auction. Members bid, the auction lots are sold. The club gets a percentage, as they should, for facilitating and just providing a service to their members, and just making it possible, really. And then the balance of the proceeds go to people who brought the fish in. And often you sell some fish, you buy some fish. It's a good way to change your stock, when you have kept a type of fish for a long time. If you're looking at resetting your tanks and stuff, and you're going, I want to try something else, you can take your fish in there and stuff. But people like me who breed a lot of fish, so it's a good opportunity for us to share our fish with members. To be fair, I'm not as, my fish don't go to the auctions as much as it should, really. So don't jump. So that's 2 males and a female, and then let's catch another female. So these are the Pracox rainbows I bred, and that's another female. Yep. And so probably the first time in CDAS auction history there's going to be a online viewing of the fish that's going into the auction, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the fish in this tank. And so the first lot of fish going to CDAS auction, this 2 pairs of Pracox rainbows, Melanotania Pracox, neon blue. They're basically adult size, so if someone wants to breed them, they can straight away. So now we're gonna bag these guys. There are many reasons why you should join your local Aquarium Society, as well as hanging out with people who have the same interest as you. Everybody in the Aquarium Society locally to you are keeping their fish in the same water you are. So, rather than needing to trial and error everything yourself, you can actually, talk to people who have been keeping fish a bit longer in your area, and what they do to their water, or if they haven't even feel like they need to do anything, or if your water is too hard, too soft, etc., what people do to manage that. Because sometimes people start keeping fish in a vacuum and they try to solve problems that there might not be. So when you connect with the fish keepers in your area, you might find, yes, you might need to, manage your hardness or pH or whatever, depending on how your water is, or not, based on the type of fish you keep. So Ryan said that he's going to come at after 6:25. It's 5:48 now, so I got bagged the first bag. So at least one bag is going to the meeting. So that's handy, isn't it? So the next one I should do is some Vietnamese white clouds. So where did I randomly drop that bucket? And this is what happens in the fish room all the time. So let's do this. These Vietnamese white clouds, they're sold as emerald white clouds as well. Tenictes mikagame, different species to the normal white cloud. The normal white cloud is said to be from China, and these ones, obviously, with the name Vietnamese white cloud, they are actually found in Vietnam. There's another white cloud that can be considered Vietnamese white cloud as well. This one's mikagame. The other one is kunte, I think. That one is a more yellow fish, and the other name for this one is emerald white cloud. So this one has a more sort of greeny, emeraldy colors in places. So I need to release these guys. So, and one fun thing about breeding fish is I just took 4 adult precox, the neon blue rainbows, out of that tank, and with the numbers in there I can't even tell that I took 4 out. So someone else can enjoy 4 of them, 2 pairs in their tank. So let's go to the Vietnamese white cloud, and that's 2, and that's, let's see how many I got. So I really like white clouds. White clouds are the first egg laying fish that I bred, not the Vietnamese ones, the normal ones, and so they always I have a soft spot for white clouds, and they are one of the easiest egg scattering fish to breed, really. So it's a really good practice to breed something that has small eggs on fry and see how you can go about raising them. And because these guys are quite tough, they are quite forgiving for your initial mistakes and stuff when you're trying to raise the fry. So it's a really good option. So I will show you these on the screen as well, but you probably won't be able to tell, but there's 5 Vietnamese white clouds also going to the auction, and I'll need to quickly look. Yep, both sexes are there, so just in case whoever gets these try to breed them or want to breed them. For me, that's important. It's not important for everyone, but that's kind of what I like to do, unless someone getting fish from me specifically asks for one sex. I like to make sure that I am selling or whatever both sexes. So I don't know if you guys are noticing when I'm catching fish and stuff. None of my fish have left water. So I catch the fish with a big net, and then within the net I scoop them up out with a container as much as possible if I can help it. I don't like netting fish out of the water, not because it will be too damaging to the fish. It's just that especially these are going to the auction. I want them to be in the best condition and stuff, and it's easy to accidentally knock a scale off and stuff. So I would like to give people as perfect a looking fish as possible. So that's why I don't net fish out of the tank. So these are the Vietnamese white clouds, and I almost gave one of them a little whiplash by turning the bag too much. And okay, it's okay. And when bagging fish, I always like to use 2 rubber bands instead of just one, even though it's going to my local Aquarium Society, Canberra District Aquarium Society, the best aquarium society there is, to their meeting, and they have extra bags and rubber bands and stuff. If something was to go wrong, they can sort of rebag quickly. But people really should bag their fish as well as they can, and if they are relatively novice and don't know how to do it very well, all they have to do is in the meeting ask, and someone there will demonstrate how to do it. So because we are all there to help each other. So that's the 2 main fish I would wanted to send, which is the neon blue rainbows and the Vietnamese white clouds. So now I need to decide which guppy and endless to send. I'm sort of half wanting to send Allen Bias swordtail guppies because there aren't that many people in Australia who keep them, and they're not a type of fish that will get imported again. So if someone else in the Aquarium Society decided to breed them and keep them going, that will be excellent. But if they end up mixing it with other stuff, it's a interesting fish to have for a bit. So let's see from here how we're gonna catch these guys. So let's catch you. You look good. So I'll probably come here. I'm trying to catch again 2 males and 2 females because that will be a really good number to play with. Here's the 2. Oop, that's a good female. That she'll even give birth soon. So Allen Bias lower sword guppies. These are guppies, not endless. And the story with these is Allen Bias is a guppy mutation expert from US, a hobbyist that's super into the different mutations of guppies, the color mutations and things like that. So he has a sort of emerald, I think these are called emerald lower sword guppies that some couple of my friends here in Australia got in touch with him. He agreed to sell them some fish. He sent the fish to Southeast Asia, and then the fish got imported through a transshipper from Asia to Australia. They're like super nice fish. Sorry to do this, but this one female coloring is a bit unique, so I'm gonna keep that one. Hee. So I need to go and catch a different female. So this one I'll keep because she might throw some interesting fry. So okay, so that one goes in. I need to catch another one. Anyway, so these went to Southeast Asia and they got imported in through a transshipper, and I'm sure you guys will appreciate that wasn't a cheap exercise, but it was the love of the fish. That's why it got done. So what I'm going to do here, or try to do here, I'm going to try to get rid of duckweed, which is not really working. So there's going to be some duckweed in the bag, sorry, whoever ends up buying this. So let's see. So these Allen bias emerald sword tail guppies, let's see if you can see it. So they are really a unique strain. They're a really amazing fish, and for you guys to be able to see the emeraldness of it. So let me see if I can. So they turned out a bit blue, but that's actually sort of greenish. So there's a great little swordtail, lower sword guppy. So there's 3 in here. I'm going to catch one more female, and then that will be it. So let me catch the next female. So there, that's a great. Oh, hello. Sorry, Pete. Pete, do you want me to not send the emeralds? I can send something else instead of that if you want to take yours in the meeting. So, okay, let's find a female. You look good. Come here. Okay. Boop. Okay. The fry are amazing of those emerald white clouds. So, hey Homer, the clown trigger, Bill from Queensland, always seem to find me even though I say I'm going to let everyone know when I do a live stream, but this one is again another impromptu one. I'm catching fish for my local Aquarium Society auction tonight. There's local Aquarium Society meeting. Unfortunately, I can't go. A friend of mine is offered have some fish that I would like to have. So he asked whether there's someone from the meeting can drop them off to me, and Ryan, a member, and someone who lives basically one street over from me, generously offered to bring those fish to me, and then he asked if I want to send any fish to the auction, and here we are, me catching fish just before Ryan comes to take them to the auction. So the 4 emeralds, island bias lower sword guppies. These are very rare guppies, so hopefully someone will like them. If not, they'll come back to me or whatever. So basically the way the auction works is before the meeting proper starts, you register your lots, as it were. There is a auction form that you fill in with your lot number, bag number, and what's in there, so that the auctioneer can read off that when they're auctioning it, and don't have to keep checking with the seller what's in here and where is it and all that sort of stuff. So what I'm doing is I'm currently bagging the fish, and then I'm going to fill my auction form, and then I'm going to write on the bags 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will be my lot bag lot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so that the auctioneer Alex, who's actually fish I'm getting later in the evening, can do his job a lot easier. So okay, thanks Pete. So I bagged mine already. I should have asked people if I should do that. So I'm pretty sure no one would have the lower sword guppies, the emeralds, Vienna. They're called Vienna emerald lower sword guppies, and they're from Alum Bias in the US. So quite a rare fish. So maybe another. That one was a guppy, maybe an Endler strain. Should I send some Santa Maria or a orchid? I'll do some orchid endless. Orchid endless is green and black. So I'm obviously my theme for today is green. So I'm sending emerald white clouds. I have Vienna emeralds lower swords, and now I'm going to bag orchid endless, which are also green. The obviously the neon blues are blue, but my theme is blue and green today. So that's what's going in the auction. So I need to find another bag, and here we are. So and other benefits of joining your local aquarium store is they often have a trades table where they have supplies for their members. So they actually sell, or Canberra and District Aquarium Society does. They sell fish bags and stuff as well, so you can you don't have to look for things. But like if all fish keepers save their bags anyway, so let's catch some orchid endlers, and it's 6:04. I'm almost running out of time before Ryan turns up, so let's grab these Vienna endlers. These are going to, not Vienna endlers, the orchid endlers. These are going to be relatively easy to catch. Famous last words. So let's see. Okay, so that's too many females and not enough males. So let's do a bit of a swapsy. So this little scoop. So the really interesting thing about these orchid endlers is the females are very easy to tell apart from other strains because the females on dorsal fin have a black spot, a black mark. So even if someone accidentally mixed them, they would be relatively easy to tell apart. So I think that's good. So I just caught the emerald, not the emerald, the orchid endless. Too many. Come on off. Too much duckweed, but I'll show you these guys as well, how cool they are. So these are the orchid endless. Some really cool fish, and you can see the black dorsal fin of the females. So quite a nice fish. Oh, you don't get any clearer image on a live stream than this. So these are the orchid endless going to the auction. So hopefully I have gingarubra or gingerubra, however you say it. For some reason they haven't done as well as I would like. So my friend Glenn, who I got them from, I need to contact Glenn and get a few more. So gingarubras or gingerubras, I never know how to say them. Homer the Clown Trigger, sorry, I don't know your name. You're cool. So yeah, so I have them, but I need to get new ones to actually properly breed from them, because the ones I have are not doing that great. So whoop. Yep, they're all in. Let's get some more water. So whoever gets the high rainer, so whoever gets the orchid endless, apologies, there's going to be a fair bit of duckweed in here, so I haven't managed to get duckweed away from this. So I have a secret weapon against duckweed in the fish room, which one day I might show people. I actually have a koi in the fish room. So what I do is I actually scoop my duckweed and chuck it in the tank the koi is in temporarily. Obviously, it's not going to live in the fish room forever, but he eats the duckweed like there's no tomorrow. So it's a really good way to gradually get rid of your duckweed in the fish room. Just get a koi or a big goldfish, I suppose, and do I want to be nice and try to scoop some of that duckweed? Oh, how nice I am. There's still going to be bunch, so I can't help it. So the orchid endless, Vienna green, Vienna emeralds, lower swords, the Praecox rainbows is the other one, and so that's the 4 different types of fish. And I'm running, yeah, I should charge extra. So do I sell them like what, 50 cents each? The duckweed, Pete? So actually, if that's the case, I'm sitting on a gold mine. I'm sure almost everyone who's here is also. So Rainer, your name is going to be relatively easy to remember, because I have a friend in Melbourne who keeps killies, or who used to keep killies, and his name was Rainer as well. So it should stick in my head, and I should be able to remember that next time I see your name. And then I thought maybe I'll send some Suswasatang. What's the time? 6:10. We'll go. I have 10 minutes left before I should actually pack things and stuff. So this is the orchid endless. So one more bag, and this one is for Suswasatang, which is a what is it? It's actually said to be not a vascular plant, but it is said to be a early stage of a. I can use this one because it's just plant of a fern. So when ferns reproduce, obviously ferns don't have seeds, they reproduce with spores, and when the spores germinate, the first stages are when the first growth stages sort of up to a certain size look different to the eventual fern, and it is said to be the Suswasatang is actually that early stage of a fern that actually have not, if you like, moved on to the adult stage, just got stuck in the juvenile stage. So that much Suswasatang in a bag, and if there's any Corridorus brevirostris eggs in it, that's a bonus. Whoever might get this, so I'm going to put a very high reserve on this buck, 50 cents. I don't know. So Ah, yeah, yeah. I actually, Rainer, I didn't get into this bag here. I didn't get into saltwater purely because probably you can tell I have a bit of a collector's personality. So whatever I keep, I like to keep a lot of. So I like killies. I have a lot of different types of killies. I like cories, so I have a lot of different types of cories. I counted them. I think I have about 38 or 39 different species of cories in the fish room. I thought about marine tanks for a while. I don't like keeping anything I can't breed, or I don't think I can give a good go at breeding. So what I would have done if I got into marine, I would have gone all out in trying to get as many different types of clownfish as possible and try to breed all the different ones. And that just was not financially possible to do at the scale that I would have liked to do. So I just stayed with freshwater. So that's kind of why I never got into marine, because I wouldn't like to do just one tank. I would do like a whole fish room with stuff, and marine is, relatively speaking, a little bit more expensive, at least to set up anyway. But it's fish are amazing, the setups are amazing. So awesome. Yes, seahorses would have been another thing that I would have liked to have tried to breed. African cichlids actually is quite good for that. When people breed them, they're sort of relatively, depending on what they are, easy to move. So that's the Suswasa tank. So it is 614. Hey Chris, I do have Nopuensis, I have Elegance, and I also have I have CW123, and I also have Nishseni, which are all sort of in the same group as Nopuensis, so the sort of similar type of fish. So yeah. Anyways, so that's my fish bagged. I need to write my form before Chris turns up so that he can take them to the auction. Thank you for watching, and so if you're not a member of an Aquarium Society, I encourage you to join them. There's tons of upsides, there's no downsides, there's regular meetings, there are people in your area who keep fish like you. It's a good way, as you're saying, to move some of your excess stock as well. So there's all upsides, no downsides. Join your local Aquarium Society, and the best Aquarium Society in the world for me is Cameron District Aquarium Society. And I'm so sorry I can't be at the meeting tonight. Sea dragons are amazing. So thanks heaps, and catch you guys in the next time. I just wanted to not be alone when bagging fish, so I decided to do a live stream. So thanks heaps, guys. Thank you for joining. And how do you end this one? Thank you for all the CDAS people. Hope you have a great meeting.